I hope you realize that AI is no longer just a futuristic idea. It is literally already reshaping the entire job market in the US and in other parts of the world. This week alone, thousands of workers across tech industries, creative industries, service industries have been impacted by AI automations. People have literally lost their jobs. And so people are saying that this is just the beginning, while a couple of other people believe that humans will always have a place. So today, we're going to be breaking down the latest updates, real life stories, and debates about AI in the workforce. And we're going to start by taking a look at a couple of clips.
If you don't think this is true, let me tell you my story. It just happened this week. So Friday afternoon, your boss wants to jump on Zoom at the last minute. Be prepared that something's going on. So I kind of had been having this feeling for weeks. My boss had been talking about how much he's been using AI and how productive it's made him on development tasks. And then yesterday afternoon, we got on a call and he said that my position is no longer needed. He said, I've been doing everything I should be doing. They can't afford the position anymore. So I am out of a job, and it is because of AI. I 100% know that. But before you keep moving, if you could help me out with one small...
I got replaced by AI. No, really. I got an email from the CEO of our company that my role had been eliminated and the cause was AI. With how fast AI is moving, I always knew that this could be a possibility, but I had zero idea that this would happen in 2026. If you're new here, I'm a performance marketing manager. I've spent my whole career mostly in the tech world, which is the most exciting place to be, but also one of the craziest places to be right now. I don't want to be a doomsdayer by any means, but if you're in the tech industry, you better watch out. I already use AI on a daily basis, learning how to vibe code, use all the different tools. I'm on top of it. But the fact that my full-time job has now been completely replaced, that's a little jarring. It's pretty crazy going from working full-time to absolutely nothing overnight. I have been laid off before, so it's not my first rodeo or anything with that. Honestly, I'm super excited for what this next chapter has in store, but food for thought. If your CEO came to you and told you you were being replaced by AI, would you be ready to pivot? Well, ready or not, here I come. So make sure to follow along as I figure out my next chapter.
Yesterday, 4,000 people lost their jobs at Block, almost half its workforce. And the reason they're given is because of AI. I just used to work there, so this hits very close to home. And I don't have any insights into the company's internal decision making, but the headlines are calling this an AI layoff. But from the outside, I think this fits into a broader macro story. And to show you, I'm going to use a different company as an example using two pictures. This is Meta's employee count over the years. In 2019, they had around 40,000 employees. In 2022, they had over 80,000. If you remember, in 2021, tech hiring went crazy. Everyone was hiring for a completely online future that really never materialized. I'm still waiting on my metaverse, Marky Mark. Meta stock peaked in 2022 and then tanked until they course corrected, aka focused on efficiency and invested heavily in AI. And look at the stock now. Does it really seem like a case of AI being able to replace everyone's jobs today? Or is this just following macroeconomic trends and cycles? Do companies really need engineers to double down on AI more than they already have? I mean, look across the industry. Everyone's already AI native. Your grandma just vibe coded a crypto day trading app using Claude Code. Do I think AI can come for white collar jobs someday? Yeah, maybe, probably. But what I really think is going on right now is broader strategic shifts and companies still recalibrating after a very aggressive hiring cycles. The market in general seems to be very skeptical of companies that aren't already in this AI wave or are building a super strong AI moat. What that means for workers like me and you still remains to be seen. But I do agree that this is probably not going to be the last company that's going to try to get back to pre-COVID levels in the name of AI.
So my role has just been taken over by AI. I laugh because, if someone said this to me 5-10 years ago, I'd be like, you are joking. You must be joking. But I'm not joking. But it's fine. I'm a real true believer in everything happens for a reason. One door closes and another door opens. For context, my role is social media and design executive. But yeah, AI will be supposedly doing my job now. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get every other people's thoughts on AI. I know it's becoming a really big thing now. I know it can be good for helping humans, enhancing humans, but I don't know. I don't really know if AI should be taken over from humans. If that's the case, then I feel like we're living in a really scary world now. We're living in a really scary world. But yeah, I'd like to get other people's support.
January isn't even over and more than 60,000 jobs are already gone. According to Fast Company, over 61,000 layoffs have been announced just this month. We're seeing cuts from Amazon, Nike, UPS, Home Depot, Dow Incorporated, and more. This isn't just about weak demand. Companies are flattening management, cutting costs, and very clearly leaning into AI and automation. Some of these roles aren't coming back. For workers, uncertainty is rising. For companies, margins and productivity are the obsession. The question isn't if AI changes the labor market. It's who adapts thoughtfully and who cuts too far too fast.
There were moments actually where I applied and I got a rejection in less than 2 minutes, which is really, really horrible.
Welcome. Thanks for joining today.
Bhuvana Chilikuri is a third-year business student who has been rejected from well over 100 jobs. She thinks AI is her biggest problem.
Flat rejection within that short period of time makes you feel that this is not a human being looking at this.
Definitely. I think that's where most of the students kind of can tell that that's not a human, that's an AI system.
Companies say they're sometimes receiving thousands of applications for each role and need a more efficient way to screen candidates in the early stages. LinkedIn says 89% of recruiters are looking to use more AI in their recruitment process this year.
I don't blame the companies, right? They're getting flooding amounts of applications. We know it's like the numbers are in thousands, 100,000. So I don't blame them, but it is coming to a point where the students are now getting lazy. So they're like, okay, if you're going to screen with AI, I'm going to apply with AI.
So your whole future feels like a computer game in some ways.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to describe it. It's just like a big simulation.
And one you're not winning at.
One we're clearly not winning at, because I think the job market, it's quite obvious that there are a lot of students, there are a lot of roles that need to be filled, but I don't know who's filling them.
Do you trust AI?
I think a short answer would just be no. I really don't, because I know a lot of candidates, even aside from myself, from an unbiased position, who are really fit for a lot of roles and they end up not getting them.
We've already seen over 50,000 tech layoffs in 2026, and the year's just getting started. Oracle laid off 30,000, Block laid off 4,000, Meta just announced they're laying off 15,000 people. Jack Dorsey, CEO of Block, announced that it's because of AI.
You guys, with the number of people that were laid off in January and how quickly AI is advancing, it looks like we're entering a point of no return, as in governments may have to introduce universal basic income because there may not be enough jobs for all of us to work. So if you do have a job right now, now is not the time to quit. Please hold on to it with everything that you have. And if you have any sort of income available to you, whether it's like a side hustle or driving Uber, use it. Use your skills now to make as much money as you can while you still can. Because the world as we know it, meaning pre-AI, looks like it's just not going to be coming back ever. So this isn't to make you panic, it's to help you start preparing.
You've said AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs and spike unemployment to 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years.
Yes,
that's shocking.
That is the future we could see if we don't become aware of this problem now.
Half of all entry-level white-collar jobs.
Well, if we look at entry-level consultants, lawyers, financial professionals, many of kind of the white-collar service industries, a lot of what they do, AI models are already quite good at, and without intervention. It's hard to imagine that there won't be some significant job impact there, and my worry is that it'll be broad and it'll be faster than what we've seen with previous technology.
So you can see that people are reacting differently. We also see that AI leaders like the CEO of Claude, for example, he said that while AI can automate a lot of tasks, it still relies mainly on human beings for things like oversight, creativity, ethics. So the discussions are just heating up and there are so many opinions about AI. So should we fear for AI? Should we prepare to adapt? What is AI going to do in the next 5 years? What industries will still be safe? What industries will be affected? What industries will remain human dominated? We're going to have to wait and find out. But the key takeaway from this is that AI is moving very fast and jobs are also evolving with it. So whether you're in tech, marketing, design, or even service industries, Understanding AI is literally not an option anymore. It's an essential. And for those of you who are curious about the practical side, like how people are actually leveraging AI to create content, start businesses, and real income, I put together a complete guide that will break down exactly how AI works, how you can use it, how beginners are leveraging it, and also making money from it today. So if you want the guide, all you need to do is click on the pinned comment and you find the link and you can check it out there. And I'll see you in my next video.